what are you hoping to achieve? I mean, let's forget about the title of the festival, the Peace and Unity Festival. What exactly are you hoping to achieve? Because a lot of the time we're told that, yes, Ghana is a very peace-loving country. We love our peace. We are very united. But of course, when issues like politics come up, then you realize that indeed we are not as united as we are made to believe.
Yes, what we intend to achieve is, just as you said earlier, that now women have had the opportunity to go to the House of Chiefs. There are issues surrounding this. And if we don't come together to deliberate on these things, how else can we be there? What are we going to do? What are we going to discuss? Are we going to keep quiet and look at the man work or whatever? So there is need for us to come together, encourage women and orient them to know exactly what they are going to do in the house.
Okay. Now, you're a Queen Mother, so definitely that news came to you with a lot of excitement. It's been a long time coming, but finally we have it. What did it mean to you?
It means empowerment. I think there is a growing generation of traditional leadership that's changing, evolving. I think we're in a global community. I live in the UK most of the time. I'm here very often. And you find that, for me, the traditional role of the Queen Mother in the past has been one of somewhat, I'm being very careful with my words, subservience. And yet, we are very dynamic in the community, from rites of passage to dealing with female problems, essentially. Now you have a global community of women who are being empowered to do even more. So there's learning in issues. You discussed politics earlier. There's issues around law, land law, administration law, even issues on human rights, etc. How you deal with a girl child. And also how you relate to our chiefs, how we relate to our chiefs as traditional men, ruler men. All these things empower the woman to be able to put more in her community. So for me, it didn't come soon enough. I'm very excited about this one.
That's a piece of good news there. Yeah. And so this festival is a month long?
No, it's just starting from the 21st to the 23rd.
Oh, just
the climax is the 23rd.
The 23rd of this month?
Yes. The first one, we held it just for a day, and the second one for 2 days. And for this third year,
so this is an improvement.
Yes, very, very
What
improved.
is the difference between this year's and last year's, for example, apart from the number of days?
Yeah, because of the theme that we have chosen, that is traditional leadership, culture, and the arts for national unity and development. In fact, the issue of the splinter Queen Mother groups is a real issue.
Is it a big problem for the Queen Mothers?
I think so. I think it is. I think in anything you do, a united front is obviously a lot more powerful. And if we have groups that are not engaging in unison, you find that ideas are shared in different ways, issues are dealt with differently. And if you go down to the very basic, in some respects we will not be taken seriously. But a united voice would have a lot more power. We can achieve policy change, which is, I think, some of the things we're hoping.
What would you say to critics of the Chieftains Institution who suggest that it should probably be scrapped off because it has lost its relevance?
Well, I think if you scrap your culture, then you're losing your relevance as a Ghanaian. I think it's a core part of our culture, a core part of our tradition. So it needs to be kept. However, it does need to evolve. I think the world is changing, and with it, the institution has to change also. No longer is it okay for a chief or a queen not to be educated, for instance. No longer is it okay for certain decisions to be taken that are detrimental to us. Some of our core activities we need to look at again and determine whether or not it fulfills the purpose of the modern world.
Are you very powerful, the Queen Mothers?
I'd like to think.
I mean, in certain jurisdictions, for instance, if you go to the Ashanti region, the Queen Mother is very powerful. She decides who should be the king. So are Queen Mothers generally across the board powerful?
Yes, I'd like to think we are. I think the role depends on how you handle the role. I like to think I'm quite powerful. I may be in La La Land, but I'd like to think I am. And I think it's the voice you project out there, what you do with the role that you've been given, that is what determines your power. Of course, if you're a queen mother who is stagnant, you don't do anything, then you lose your relevance to the people and also to the institution. But I don't believe in a traditional leadership that is not dynamic. I think we have to be dynamic. I don't believe in a traditional leadership that's lazy. I think you have to be at the forefront of ensuring, of advocacy, ensuring that there are changes in how we as women are dealt with. The community children are dealt with, the community as a whole are dealt with, and also how we project our royalty to the outside world, I think is important. So yes, I think we're
okay. I'll come to you very soon, Dr. Jani. I want to stay on this Queen Mother for a while. When you tune into radio or TV, you see women being depicted in a certain way.
Yes.
In music videos, you find women gyrating a lot. Sometimes you wonder if that is the only thing women can do in music videos. What role do you think Queen Mothers can play to change or maybe effect a certain change in the way the art industry perceives women?
I think that's a Western view of how women should be portrayed, and I think we blindly copy, unfortunately, some of these things. I said that we're in a global society, so obviously certain influences will come into our society. We can't help that. And some of it is actually good. When you talk about music videos and women, gyrating, I don't support that at all. I think our young ladies...
Sometimes even children.
Yes, exactly. I think our young ladies need to be a lot more intelligent in the choices that they make. I think responsibility falls on us as traditional leaders to put the message out there from the way we carry ourselves. That doesn't mean to say that as a relatively young queen mother, I wouldn't like to look funky now and again. That doesn't also mean that I want to be showing my bits all over the place. I think we make a judgment and we make a decision based on intelligence. If we know and we're comfortable with the fact that, yes, you are allowed to look nice, beautiful, and modern without being overly exposed, then I think that the right message will be sent across. It's not attractive to expose your bits, is it?
Okay. Does your festival in any way capture this particular issue?
Yes. There's on Saturday there's going to be a festival school. And at the festival school, we'll have something on cultural education. There are some people who really don't know those things that make our culture. So there will be people to present all those things. Then we have something on good governance. We have something on health and nutrition. So that we don't just eat. We have people to tell us what to eat and why to eat and when to eat. And we have also the women's and children's rights bits. At the festival school, we talk about gender-based violence. We have property rights. We have interstate succession law and policies.
All right, it's quite packed.
Yeah, very bad.
Okay.
So, even on business management.
Okay, and participation is free?
Yes, free. You are invited.
Okay, where? Where is it?
At the trade fair.
Trade fair.
Yes,
okay, that's a good venue.
Yeah.
And so you can just show up.
You show up, and you'll be welcome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all.
Okay. All right. Before we go, I just want you to tell. I'm sure the people in your community are watching you, and a lot of people are listening and watching as well. What would you say to them about this festival? Why should they be part of this festival? And it's not only targeting women. Everybody can show up.
Our chiefs are also coming.
Yes.
Intellectuals, professors from the university are going to do their presentations.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So what I'd like to say to everyone who's listening is come to the festival, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. Come and listen, come and learn. There are misconceptions that we hope to dispel about the chieftaincy institution. And, come and meet people like us who will be able to give you the information you need. Come and learn about your culture within a modern global context, as well as the very traditional part of your culture.
Do you watch Ghana's Most Beautiful?
I do, yes. I haven't been able to come down to attend, but yes.
I think you should be at the final.
Oh dear!
This weekend.
All right, okay. I'll try and be there if I get the
I'm extending an invitation on behalf of TV3.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Wonderful.
you have to
We'll
be
try
there.
and
I
get
mean,
there.
since you're all
Yeah,
championing culture,
Yes.
you need to be there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time
you for
this morning,
having
Dr.
us.
Sarah
Thank
Johnny,
you.
coordinator, and from the Women Traditional Leaders, and also lecturer at NAFTI, and then Na Chucho Soyu, the first. Amamole Jasemanye.
That's right.
Yeah, in the Jamestown Traditional Council. She's a community advocate and a businesswoman. Talk about dynamic queen mother.